Ricky Suave. Mark, what is Cam's prediction for Lorenzo? You can speak directly to Cam. Anyway, what is Cam's prediction for Lorenzo Lingard's impact on the backfield this season? Would you be worried about Lingard transferring if he had a minimal role in 2019?
No, not worried at all. Because I believe, with the shelf life of the running back position, DJ Dallas is more likely than not going to leave after this year. With another strong year, he had over 1,000 yards total or all-purpose yards. I think it was at like 1,250. I mean, that's kick return, punt return, receiving, and rushing. I think he was like in the 1,200 range for all-purpose yards. If he bumps up to 1,700 yards of all-purpose yards and everything. And again, he's a junior now. He's a third-year guy. And, the lifespan of a running back is shorter than most other positions in football. He's probably going to go. So then you're going to have Cameron Harris and Lorenzo Lingard and Don Chaney, Jr., who's going to be a freshman next year in 2020, his recruiting class, excuse me. There on the roster, with probably another running back in this recruiting class. But no, I don't really foresee that. I mean, you have to work for everything that you get here at the University of Miami. And yeah, Lorenzo Lingard is behind the 8 ball a little bit because he tore his knee up or got injured in practice. And, Cameron Harris has taken this opportunity to really step forward and everything. And DJ Dallas has really seized the #1 role. But I don't think that he's going to transfer. I'm not going to look at that. I mean, could he? Yes, absolutely. Especially with the transfer portal where, you can kind of put out feelers and see, who contacts you. And if it's, Abilene State or, South Texas or whatever versus, Clemson, Alabama, whatever, those kind of teams, and gauge your value, if it were. Like, sure, like it is possible. But no, I'm not really worried about that. I think that he's rehabbing hard. That's what we've heard. That's what we've seen. From everybody who's been in practice and, the reports, from sources at the athletic department and everything. So, yeah, I mean, he might be the #3 running back, but I mean, still, look at last year. Cameron Davis was the #3 running back. Lorenzo Lingard got hurt and boom, all of a sudden Cameron Davis has a bigger role. So, I don't think that he's going to rest on his laurels of being a 5-star recruit out of high school. I don't think that he's going to feel sorry for himself, Lorenzo Lingard, that is. But yeah, there is an opportunity there. And especially at a position where you can rotate in multiple guys, I'm not really worried about that. And I think that, Lorenzo Lingard is going to have a bigger than minimal role. But I guess that depends on your definition of minimal. If you're talking 50 carries or more or less as being minimal, then he might be in that range. I'm not going to say he's going to get to 100 or 200 carries because that's a lot. But he's going to be a contributing player, and I think that he's going to continue to grow his role. And then, yeah, as a junior, in 2020, that backfield of Cameron Davis and Lorenzo Lingard, you're again building towards what Mark Richt had at Georgia, which is what was sold to Lorenzo Lingard to get him down here because you have a big speedy back. So no, I'm not really worried about it. But if he chooses to evaluate a transfer, then we'll deal with that at that time.